Tonight on the south today, winter arrived with a vengeance and a polar blast over the weekend with snow closing roads. A fire late last Thursday is not being treated as suspicious, but 3 young people have been referred to youth aid. And a new power transformer has made a 12-hour journey from Timaru to Clyde Dam, where it will be put to good use. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. Wild winter weather created chaos across parts of Otago and Southland during the weekend, closing all the alpine passes by this morning. Wanaka locals reckon it's the biggest snow dump they've seen in more than 40 years. And forecasters are urging southerners to brace themselves for more of the same over the next few days.
Winter weather has continued in the south, as some of the mountain passes closed late in the weekend begin to reopen. But unfortunately, for Swedish tourist Rebecca Hurton, not the route she needed to get to the slopes.
Yeah, so I was planning to go skiing yesterday and today, but unfortunately they closed the mountain both days, so we'll have to go and give the skis back to the rentals.
The road closures came as Wanaka locals described the weekend storm as the biggest snowfall in about 45 years. Hurton's only been in Aotearoa for a few weeks and is visiting Wanaka for the first time.
I haven't been here before, actually, but it's fun for me to see snow in June, because back home it's summer now. So
11-year-old Mount Aspiring College pupil Zeppelin Farnell has been keeping busy clearing snow from people's driveways. His school closed this time due to snow, but also in part to some pupils misbehaving in wintry conditions.
They're closed because it's snow day, and last time there was a snow day, everybody threw snowballs at each other and people packed them, and it hurts when you pack them too much. So they ended up closing the school for the snow, because otherwise kids get getting hurt there and stuff.
Zeppelin says he saw a retailer shoveling snow and offered to do the job for him for a couple of bucks.
I saw the boss over there doing some shoveling up snow, and I said, when I get back to coffee, if he wants I can shovel up snow for him for $2, and he said sure, so I went to get the coffee and I came back.
However, it's not all been fun in the snow, with the storm damaging trees, according to the Curtis family of Cardrona, with ski field staff coming to dig them out later today. Danzi's Pass reopened mid-morning on Monday, while the Crown Range reopened at midday. However, the Lindis, Haast and Burke's passes remain closed. Across the south today.
Queenstown has also been plunged into winter over the weekend, with more wild weather to come. And with areas icing up over the last few nights, many vehicles are off the road.
A very cold start to winter in Queenstown. Snow and ice covers the Whakatipu Basin, with motorists and pedestrians trying to adapt to the Arctic temperatures. The suburb of Arthur's Point near Coronet Peak has had steady snowfall over the weekend. That meant a job clearing the icy snow from the side of the road for daring holiday makers and residents. It's a scene locals will have to cope with for a while longer, with the white blanket set to stay for a couple of more days. In Queenstown, the South Today.
3 youths caught on CCTV taking selfies as they walked away from a blazing forestry block on the outskirts of Dunedin last week have admitted to police they're behind the incident. The fire in Friends Hill Road drew a substantial response, with 8 firefighting crews called to the scene late on Thursday night.
3 young people have been referred to youth aid following a large fire near Dunedin late last week. Dunedin police spoke to the young people over the weekend, who were spotted walking out of a forestry block near Wingatui last Tuesday. The trio admitted lighting a fire to cook food. Hunter's Moon boutique farmstay owner John Nelson lives nearby and saw unusual lights near Friends Hill Road on Thursday night.
Wasn't too sure about it, thought maybe there's people up there, was it safe to go look? Then decided I better go and check it out and realised it was a fire, so it was straight on to 111 and got the fire brigade underway.
As Nelson approached the glow of light, he realised he was seeing fire in the pines. He's grateful to Mosgiel Volunteer Brigade members for their quick response and says it could have been a lot worse.
It could very well have been Burnside all over again, because all around here you've got forest, gorse, and it doesn't take very long for a fire to just totally get out of control.
It wasn't until after the emergency was over that Nelson reviewed CCTV footage and saw 3 ewes entering the property about 4 p.m. They left the property about 5 hours later, taking selfies as they walked past the camera and could be heard mentioning the fire. Fens says the fire is not being treated as suspicious. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Meanwhile, members of the New Zealand Professional Firefighters Union began industrial action today in a fight for what they call reasonable wages. Under the existing Fire Service Collective Employment Agreement, trainee firefighters start on $46,000. The base salary for qualified firefighters is just over $58,000, with senior firefighters on $65,000. The union is also calling for safer working conditions and hours. It says although members are employed to work 42 hours a week, many often work 60 and 80 hours over a 7-day period. There was more than meets the eye when staff at the Clyde Dam took delivery of the first of 5 replacement transformers. The bright red transformers will progressively be installed in the coming weeks and are set to be transformed in colours to represent the rainbow-coloured pride flag.
Arriving after a 12-hour journey in prime condition. This new large red power transformer has arrived at Clyde Dam and is being installed over the next few weeks. Its marathon road trip from Timaru to the central Otago Dam was completed before the weekend's major wintry blast.
So today the new transformer for Clyde Unit 4 is arriving on site. It's been a bit of an eventful day with the first snow dump on the Linda's Pass overnight of the year, so a bit nervous this morning to see whether or not the road would be open and they'll get through safely, but they have made their way.
The journey to installation at the dam began around 18 months ago, but was marred by COVID-19 delays. An inspection in December 2020 found the condition of the 4 transformers at the dam was poor, and it was no longer safe to continue operating the transformer for the Unit 4 generator. The trip began in Timaru in the early hours last Friday and took half a day to make its way through to the dam.
They left at 4 o'clock this morning from Timaru and have arrived here now at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's been a long day for the transport company. But they're just about to offload it in the powerhouse and do the inspections and get it ready to put into service over the next few weeks.
It took a combination of 3 trucks to pull and push the transformer up and down hills, assisted by a number of pilot vehicles. The trickiest manoeuvre was negotiating the top of the dam and the winding tight bends to reach the dam's powerhouse. 4 new transformers and 1 spare will be installed over the coming weeks and will be repainted in rainbow colours to represent the pride flag. At the Clyde Dam, the South Today.
Whai Yakane, still to come on the South Today. A young Dunedin cameraman is getting a podium finish in what's known as the Oscars of sports photography. And is the hype of 1950s rock and roll dancing back? We're heading to Invercargill Dance-a-thon to find out.
Great Britain has a collection of varied landscapes and countryside to rival anywhere else in the world. And the best way to see it is to walk.
Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Hi, my name's Matt and I'm the Dines Group CEO. Dines is a company that's focused on selling logistics solutions to its customers. We're passionate about selling efficiency and we've been selling efficiency for over 50 years now.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hi, we're Age Concern Otago hosts a multitude of social activities, including indoor walks.
Spark your joy with jazz, the next generation from Honda.
Livingwell Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Earth is a planet of extremes. Extreme places and extreme animals. But some animals are more extreme than others. Join us as we count down to find the most unusual, the most extraordinary, the most extreme.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Young Dunedin cameraman Joe Ellison has won a prestigious Sports Photography Award in Qatar. Ellison was the only New Zealand finalist at the International Sports Press Association Awards, which is described as the Oscars of sports photography. Travelling to Doha with his father, sports commentator Paul Ellison, Joe was named the winner of the Young Reporters Photography category. The 24-year-old captured the image titled Eyes on the Ball while working for Getty Images during a netball game between the Southern Steel and the Central Pulse at Stadium Southland last year. The award was presented in an open-air ceremony at Khalifa Stadium in Doha.
You know, it's awesome to be able to do something that you love.
وأعتقد أن هذا
to be able
عمل
to
كبير
be
وشيء
recognised on the
استثنائي.
world stage.
أيضا أريد أن أشكركم جميعا على هذا
There's a couple of people
التتويج
that I'd like to
وأريد
thank.
أن أشكر
One of
بعض
them is in the crowd,
الناس
my dad.
والدي
and,
الموجود
Mum,
ضمن
who'll be watching at home.
الجمهور
Thank you
ووالدتي
for your
التي
unwavering
تتابع من
support
البيت. شكرا جزيلا على
for all
دعمك
these years.
المستمر.
Joe Ellison was one of 3 finalists in the Young Photographer category, with winners also for writing and broadcasting. Along with the award, he'll receive a scholarship to a major international sports event. The Dunedin office of Silver Fern Farms has had a big makeover, along with adding a new innovation kitchen. The company's made the changes to help improve work-based relations, allowing staff members to network better.
The head office of multinational meat processor Silver Fern Farms has had a mega makeover in Dunedin. The aim is to increase the productivity of the herd, and there's more than meets the eye.
It was around getting our people out from behind desks and out of traditional meeting rooms, connecting and collaborating more together, just engineering those real points of human connection.
The company is New Zealand's largest livestock processing and marketing company. People and Culture team member Julie Cooper says the Dunedin offices are Silver Fern Farms' biggest hub, with the innovative changes designed to connect the rural hinterland to the international meat market.
It was around how we can work innovatively and collaboratively here, but in a way that connects us out to the globe and to our other sites around New Zealand, but also internationally as well.
Among the extensive changes to the office space is an expansion of the collective's paddock to plate philosophy, with the addition of an innovation kitchen.
Partnerships are really important to us. We've got farming partners as well as customer partners, so partnering with chefs and experts in those fields, it does it gives us a space where they can come in and showcase live in the building.
Silver Fern Farms is owned by a cooperative of 16,000 farmer shareholders and Chinese company Shanghai Mailing Aquarius. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A group of Wanaka High School girls got the chance to learn hands-on about the range of career opportunities available on construction sites. The event was part of a nationwide drive to encourage more young women to work in infrastructure engineering.
Checking out the technique of surveying new water mains on a Wanaka construction site. 20 pupils from Dunstan High School and Mount Aspiring College attended the all-day event, learning about potential career pathways in infrastructure engineering. HEB construction engineer Tess Allen says she's hoping to see more women in the industry.
I've loved every minute of it. I love being in the outdoors, I love being hands-on and actually seeing progress happen, and that's why I'm so passionate about getting other females to get involved in the industry.
Currently, only 6% of New Zealand women work in infrastructure-associated jobs, and there's now a concerted push to encourage more young women to consider the industry. Mount Aspiring College pupil Jalessa Webb has her father and brother already working in the construction industry, and she sees nothing but positives in pursuing a career in the area.
It's really fun and it's really hands-on, and I think you'd get a lot of physical experience as well, and it's an international career that you can just take wherever in your life.
Molly Wilson's also pleased that construction and infrastructure jobs aren't now seen as just for men.
I think it's really cool to see more and more as the years go on and generations just grow, that more women can be more inspired to come in and work, because it's not just a men's job, it is, women can do anything.
The day was organised by Connexus, who are guiding more than 600 girls across the country in events such as this. In Wanaka, the South Today.
Rock and roll dancers put their best foot forward over the weekend in Invercargill at a 12-hour dance-a-thon. The Invercargill Rock and Roll Club is hoping the event might help rekindle an interest among locals in the 1950s dance style.
The 50s are back in swing. This 12-hour dance-a-thon was held by the Invercargill Rock and Roll Club on Saturday at the Scottish Hall. Club President Carl Herman recalls a similar event 20 years ago helped increase membership at the club, and he had similar hopes for this one.
Hoping to get to 200 to 500 odd people through the day.
The event ran non-stop from midday to midnight, with rock and rollers reliving the era with music, outfits and all the classic moves that were once the latest craze. Herman says rock and roll dancing has a strong following across the South Island, with some coming from out of town for the event.
We have got clubs from other areas of Oamaru, Timaru and Dunedin, but yeah, all day performers from all clubs helping town.
The dance-a-thon had several aims, including encouraging people to get out of the house after COVID.
Yeah, just getting them back out active again. Also, we're needing to rebuild our hall, so it's getting donations and support behind getting the hall up and running, and also build our membership back up.
The Invercargill Rock and Roll Club has big plans for its future, with the goal of building a new $1.2 million hall on its current site in the suburb of Waikiwi. In Invercargill, the South Today.
Whai Akane. After the break on the South Today, hundreds of Ford fans grin and bear the wild Canterbury weather to show off their Hot Wheels, and we'll take a look at the weather in your neck of the woods.
Drop when you reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Oh mate, I'm thinking about getting a new ute.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Hundreds of Ford fans gathered for a special day at Leithfield in North Canterbury on Sunday. Despite the looming wild weather, more than 200 cars showed up, all preened to look their finest for the judges and the hundreds of spectators.
They came from near and far. Ford V8 Coupes, Cortinas, Falcons, Zephyrs, Mustangs of all ages. Sunday's Waimak Classic Cars Day in North Canterbury was a love fest for all things Ford, featuring classics, hot rods, Model A's, Escorts, T-Birds and Capris.
Oh, I love it, Fords. I love all Fords. All my classics, all my early stuff, all my late stuff. I just love Fords.
Oh, I've been a Blue Oval man through and through for all my life. You know, my dad had Falcon, and the reason I own a 66 coupe like this one is my uncle had one when I was 6 years old, and I said one day I'm going to own one, so there we go.
I've always liked Ford cars. I've started off buying EB Falcon or Fairlane, and yeah, I've got a few now, so just like the smoothness of them and the way they look.
For many Ford fans and owners, their passion and love for the Blue Oval came from their fathers.
Yep. Well, my father had Fords, 46 and a 48 sedan, then he bought a brand new custom line in 1955, so I sort of followed in his footsteps.
As to which one is the best, everybody has a different opinion.
The Mustangs are nice, they won't break down.
A weekend celebration of true blue Ford fans and a chance to share their passion about their cars. In Leithfield, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Winter arrived with a vengeance and a polar blast over the weekend, with snow closing roads. A fire late last Thursday is not being treated as suspicious, but 3 young people have been referred to youth aid. And a new power transformer has made a 12-hour journey from Timaru to Clyde Dam, where it'll be put to good use. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome the Deputy Editor, Craig Page. Kia ora, Craig.
Good evening.
What's in the paper tomorrow?
Busy news day today, which is good.
Yes.
Yeah, the Southern District Health Board's been forced to apologise after emergency doctors failed to diagnose that a woman had cancer. She came to the hospital 3 times in the space of 2.5 months bleeding. In 2019, and it wasn't diagnosed. So a Health and Disability Commissioner report was released today, and it's had a bit of a crack at the District Health Board, as you can imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, said that the cumulative effect of these factors and the missed opportunities demonstrates a clear pattern of poor care. So yeah, naturally the Health Board has apologised. Good news is the woman didn't die, she's still alive, but it does have long-term condition as a result of that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, so it has happened previously, there has been a bit of a history here, so hopefully that they will be able to sort that out and get on top of it. That's the answer. Big day for Highlanders halfback Falau Whakatawa today, of course, named as an All Black for the first time alongside his good mate Aaron Smith, the halfbacks.
Proud moment.
Yeah, it was. We catch up with him. He's very excited, as you can imagine. Rang his family back in Tonga to let them know the good news. Not so great for our prop Ethan de Groot, who missed out. It was a bit of a shock surprise for that. So we look at the latest All Black squad, have a bit of an analysis there of how we're going to go against Ireland in July.
Yeah, not long now.
No, it's coming. And travel, we continue our Cycling Around Australia series, Murray to Mountain Cycle Trail in Victoria.
Okay.
Best part goes through vineyards. So
I'm sold.
Yeah, so that's us.
Okay, thank you, Craig, for sharing this evening. And time now for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Looking at the situation, a few more days of cold west to southwest airflow lies ahead, particularly on the south coast to go with hail showers, but it's starting to clear inland. Heading to the top of the South Island first, mainly fine tomorrow with some showers in Nelson and 14 degrees. Showers and strong westerlies in Greymouth along with a high of 12 and 15 in Christchurch with showers and westerlies. To our southern towns now, showers and strong westerlies are on the way. Balclutha, the Catlins, Lumsden and Gore will all head for a high of 7 degrees tomorrow. Travelling westwards to the Central Lakes area, becoming fine with gusty westerlies, with Alexandra and Tiano heading for 8 degrees, 7 for Wanaka and Queenstown just trailing behind on 6. To the northern towns next, mostly fine with strong southwesterlies hanging around for at least another day. Timaru heads for 10, while Uamutu is looking a bit cooler with 8 degrees and a few showers. Westerlies are headed inland to Twizel and Omarama with highs of 7 and 6 degrees respectively. Down to Dunedin, wintry showers may bring hail and sleet overnight as it drops to 3 degrees with near gale force southwesterlies. Tuesday looks cloudy with showers, still sunny at times though, but with cold strong southwesterlies continuing. Expect a high of 8 and a low of 3. Midweek, Wednesday looks much the same with the showers clearing after dark, up to 9 and down to 6 degrees. And now to Invercargill. Hail and sleet continues through the night with strong southwesterlies, dropping down to 4 degrees. Tomorrow will be cloudy with hail, showers and strong westerlies, a high of 6 and a low of 4. Slightly warmer on Wednesday, but still windy with strong southwesterlies and more showers, a high of 8 and then down to 5 degrees again overnight. That's the news this Monday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. Nō reira, kia pai te pō, ka kite anō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.